right, good night, good night, good night. And no, I know it's been a while since you've seen all of us here, but we thought, what better way to come back than to come back in the shape of a rejuvenated Arsenal squad. So here tonight we have myself, Shark, of course, Luda, Arsenal fan. We all Arsenal fans, by the way. Y'all know Jamal, and here we have Cello joining us too. So we're just here to talk about just all things Arsenal, like the title said, all things Arsenal. So you're gonna hear some conflicting views. You're gonna hear some varying views. You know, from a friend down here in the
Yeah, I
right
can't
corner,
hear
the
anything.
bottom right corner. You're gonna hear some way
I
left
can't hear
field
anything
views.
at all, at all, at all.
You can't hear me, Jello?
Nah, I don't think
So the
you
better
can.
talk about
Check, check,
the earbuds.
check your audio. We can hear you. We can
Y'all
hear
can hear
you.
me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we can
I
hear
can't
you.
hear anything.
Check out
All
the
right,
headset.
take out the headphone.
I can't.
Jamal, do me a favor, message him in the group and tell him take out the headset.
You can't hear
Because I'm
nothing.
using my phone.
I'm telling you this stuff.
Please. No worries.
Tough,
We
tough.
get
I
we'll
can't
get
hear
Cello
anything at
started.
all.
Because if it's one thing, we want him to hear us. So we're here to educate the young man tonight.
Show him what's right from wrong.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let me hear. Let me hear right now. I'm listening.
You can hear now?
You can hear us. Good to go?
Yeah, I can hear. No, I can hear
Alright,
y'all.
alright,
Yeah, I can
All
hear
right.
y'all.
Oh,
alright.
yes. Here we
Sound good
go.
now.
Here we go. So, Cello, let's kick
Alright.
it straight off with you. Let's kick it straight off with you. Because my first question that I had here written down, and we are going to answer this, but I want you to answer first. Coming into the season, what were your expectations of the Arsenal?
To be
Way
honest,
back when? Started in September, August? Way back then.
well, honestly, I wasn't looking for Arsenal to be challenging. To be honest, because we're still building and it's a process. But can't trust the process when the manager makes some bad decision, bro. Yeah, they get me wrong, no, they get me wrong. Arteta, to me now gonna say to me, yeah, Arteta average manager. You understand? He makes some good decisions at times, and at times he makes some poor decisions. And when you make this certain decision, Arsenal fans jump up, we praise Arteta, praise this, praise that. Come on, bro, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. The players
I've
in
got a,
the Arsenal. Say that again.
you say we're a project, we're building. Don't you think
Yeah.
that you should also have a manager who's also building and not just come in and have an established manager? I mean, you look at the likes of Man United. They brought in established manager after established manager to do a project, and
Yeah.
it can't work. Tottenham, they have a project. You bring in an established manager, it doesn't work. So don't you think that although you've seen mistakes happen with United and Solskjaer or Chelsea with Lampard, don't you think that given more time, the manager can develop and become better along with the team?
Okay. It can. It can, yes. Don't get me wrong, it can. Look, you saying that Lampard situation. Chelsea never get Lampard no time. You understand? Chelsea never really give Lampard no time to get the team in shape like how he wanted to.
But Chelsea is
You
not a
understand?
project.
I understand. I understand,
Exactly.
yes.
So they want ready done
Yeah.
success. So that's why Abramovich get rid of he. That's how they do it all
Abramovich,
the time.
Listen, Abramovich want for win. He
That's what
want
I'm
for
saying.
win.
That's not a
He,
project.
he believe he believe in the project. He believe in the winning trophy. You understand?
That
I
so
understand
that's
Arsenal.
the difference.
I understand Arsenal a building project with a lot of young players. You
Hmm.
understand? Okay. How long it take this project ever done? For come together. How long?
It
How
will
Okay, I
long?
take
gotta be
Okay,
real.
more.
wait. But
I
I
mean,
want
let
to
me,
cut
I
there. But I want
have
to cut
some
there.
question, right? I
I
gotta
want
ask
to
some
cut there
question
short.
about a different
I
team.
want to cut there short.
Okay,
How
okay.
long no Arteta in charge?
Nearly 2 years.
Uh-huh. Right? How long was Unai Emery in charge?
That's less. What is that? A year and some.
I
Okay.
think it's 2
It's okay.
years. 2 years, isn't it?
Okay. The
A year and a half.
Arteta get better more time than Unai Emery. You understand that? Unai Emery was trying to build a project as well, wasn't he?
Yes, but
Yes, he was trying to build a project, but I think along the way,
but
no, go ahead, Shaq.
Go ahead, Jamal.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was saying along the way, you can see that Unai Emery was making mistakes. When I say mistakes, I'm not saying that Arteta hasn't made any mistakes, but tactically, you can see moments of his, you see where he's falling short tactically, and that's the reason why I never said, oh, that was a bad choice for the board to get rid of Unai Emery, because tactically, I thought he was falling short.
So he was falling short tactically. Okay, so Arteta come in, right? He pick up the pieces. You understand? Okay, I understand what you are saying. He bringing in the players that he want. The players that was there, they didn't fit his system. You understand? But bro, Arteta is falling out with too much of players, bro, in a short space of time. Too much of top players at that too.
How much top players he falling with?
Aubameyang, Ozil, them the top players, two plenty, Luda. Till plus here, he fall out, he Ganduzi. Yeah. For what reason? Yeah. For what reason? We don't know. You get me? But there are too much. That's too much players, bro. That's too much players. You can't. They want a personal problem with players.
Who says it's personal problems?
Come on, bro.
Disciplinary problems cannot be personal problems when you're working for a professional club. Let's all be real.
I understand.
Me, I'm local. Me, low class. Me living in Antigua. And if I don't go to work 3 days and I don't have a job letter, I'm getting fired or I'm getting a letter. Come on, let's all be real. You play professional, but that's your bread and butter right there. The people say come 7:30, be there for 7:30. It does real. You have to be real. It's not like
all the time you can be there for 7:30.
Understood, but you can always there, trade.
Especially when you give me permission. When you give me permission to go look for my sick mother.
Okay. Me work for Midget Sports, and then tell me, you know what? Your wife's sick. Go ahead. You don't have to come in for 9. Come in for 12, and then I'll come in for 1. Okay, the first time they tell me, yo, I told you 12, it's you overdue. And they're not gonna do nothing, but I will get a warning. Other people can see and say, oh, I get special treatment.
Okay.
How we can look that I keep doing it, and then the rest of the people and them that my work can say, Luda how to get special treatment. It can't good for the workplace.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So the way Arteta dealt with Aubameyang's situation, you believe he dealt with it the right way?
I can't say what the right way is, but what I can say, because a lot of us Arsenal fans, I'm not going to say you Arsenal because I'm an Arsenal fan from day one. A lot of us Arsenal fans are very conflicted. You know why? The same set of fans that kill for Aubameyang to come off the wing and be top striker are the same fans that when he's not scoring, say, oh, you keep playing him and he's not scoring. And then when the man get the guts to stop playing him, Arteta out.
Okay.
What do you really want?
Okay. Okay. He take out Aubameyang, right? He bring in Lacazette to replace Aubameyang. What Lacazette to do so special that Aubameyang never did do? And the same thing. So Aubameyang never did work hard. Aubameyang never did work hard.
1 or 2 games and then knock out
Come on, bro. Come on, man. Stop
man, 1 or 2 games and then all of a sudden, I mean, this is one of the quickest players in our squad now. I'm supposed to ask Aubameyang for one.
Listen. The way Arsenal want Aubameyang to play, he can never play like that. The style that they want. Listen, I the same thing with Ozil. You hear me tell you?
Understood.
The kind of footballer Arsenal want Aubameyang play, yeah?
They want Ozil to play football. We know Ozil has
Ozil
wasn't playing football.
Ozil wasn't playing football.
But you see what they want Ozil to do. If me and coach and me just want to do, yo, play like a defense, and shoot some more goals. Add some goals to your assists in them. That's all. Round up your game. That's too much for me to ask.
But I want to cut you. So let me ask you a question. So Ozzy wasn't playing no defense at all. He wasn't playing no defense.
What's that for defense?
Bro,
Paul.
if one thing me no. You see me at every game no. Me can go pull them up. Say I can't tell me no chopping this here.
Okay, let me jump in here. Because there is one thing, Cello, you have to go and give a you one have internet. You don't think you can pull up here. Jamal, we've been sitting here, we've been listening. Jamal, I know you're trying to get in here. What are your thoughts on what they've been saying so far?
Well, it's a lot of back and forth. And like Luda was saying, the Arsenal fans.
My back those players, but wrong, right away.
100%. So the situation with Arteta and Aubameyang, he's given a time frame to come back. There was no communication that he will be late. That was the major issue, right? Well, communicate to the manager that you will be late, and then you come back late, and then you show up to training when you had a scheduled COVID test to take before you can come to training, so that you don't infect the players. So then he was also risking the other players by coming back and then not saying anything. So that was a major issue. Now, that was the last on the list of issues that happened between him and the manager and him at Dortmund, because we know Aubameyang had falling out at Dortmund. It's not something new. It's not, Aubameyang's the saint or whatever. It's been in his history. Guendouzi, obviously been in his history as well. He can't keep, the dressing room as well over in where's he playing at? Lyon or Marseille, one of those two.
Marseille, right? Yeah, he was in Lyon, France.
Yeah, Ozil is a bit of a touchy subject. The manager, you could say, fell out with him, but also it ran straight to the club because Ozil was speaking out about certain issues that the club said not to speak out about. So that was more political than just with the manager. But going back, when you have certain players that don't fit your system, you have to get rid of them because they'll start to bring team morale down. And you look at, all the clubs as well, they have these transition phases where they get players in and players out, players in and players out. But then when it comes to Arsenal and, okay, we're selling our best players, but we're not like those other teams where we buy top players to replace those best players. Like, look at Liverpool right now. Liverpool will lose Salah and Mane at some point and Firmino, but they've already bought replacements. And they bought Jota, who's a top player. They bought Luis Diaz, who's a top player. But then we bring in a youth player, promote a youth player, and we say, okay, what are we doing here? You could say the mistake was spending 72 million on Pepe. That hasn't come to fruition.
Why you say that? Yeah, why you say that mistake?
Yet. Huh? Because we haven't seen a 72 million payoff from the 72 million that we spent on Pepe.
You can't, a man can't catch your best form when you play this week and then next week and week after next year now play. How me can catch form when you play with this time?
Don't even try
look,
that.
Listen to me. Emre kill Pepe.
Okay.
Emre kill Pepe. By you play me this week, and next week, the next 2 weeks, man, I get on game. How me can catch myself? I can't catch myself, so bro. I can't catch myself, so I'm gonna make mistake, yes. No player's perfect. Mistake to make. But the only so I can get better if you continue push me. When Arteta came in, Arteta tried to work with him.
Yeah.
You understand?
Then what happened?
He fall out of favor because the younger players and them has come in and they perform.
Yes, then that's the issue there, Cello. I wouldn't say that Pepe is so much of the problem. Pepe has never been consistent when he gets his good run. When you compare him to Saka, he can't play in front of Saka now. He can't play in front of Smith now. No, Martinelli's out for the next game. Automatically, it's Smith who has to come in because it can't be Pepe. I rate Pepe. I think Pepe is a talented player, and I'm still one of the fans who said, you know what?
Martinelli.
I'm always wanting to say, Pepe is going to have a good game. He will have a good game.
I actually like him as a player, to be honest. I just want to play his game.
Yeah, okay. Playing game, fine. Start Pepe. Pepe till we can't get Soban. Pana Arsenal kill Nketiah. This guy is not a footballer. This guy is
You
not
want
a
to get Jamal
footballer.
started in that.
No,
Yeah, I'm
real
with
some
No, I'm
Nketiah.
with you.
Bro,
Yo,
look,
I've also given up on Nketiah. I think that ship has sailed. So I
Pana
think we
time
speak for
pass. Look,
everybody here on the panel.
listen to me.
Okay, to be honest,
Nketiah and them. Nketiah and them a
I
burn.
thought we
They
were going to
can't
take some
send
money
them a
for him
burn.
in January. To be honest, I thought we would take some money for him in January and let him go.
Yeah.
Send
But that didn't happen.
Nketiah and the
I,
Crystal Palace and so. Send them
Yeah,
to the
what?
Crystal Palace and then kind of
No,
team them in
Crystal Palace
worse,
wanted him, that's the
worse,
thing.
worse. He
Newcastle
should
and
be in
so.
the championship. In the championship, he can't play
I'm
in the
saying
Premier.
Listen
Yeah.
to me.
but Jamal,
Let
it
him
don't
go.
matter now. McCarthy get a little money for you, Jack. It don't
One
matter.
time,
Well, we don't get
time.
anything now.
Cash that.
Listen, one time Nketiah boss, right? Tell me one big team Nketiah ever have big performance in. Every time you meet them like a championship team, he score 3 and them someday, he take advantage of them. But when you meet a big team, you can't never see Nketiah. And this
Agreed.
man you go on like he's such a great player. So Arsenal must half he in contract that how much he want, and he must get more playing time as he left. Hey, just let him.
And
That man they put
you're
them
not showing up.
All right.
You're not showing up performance to get more playing
You
time.
let-
That is the full
yeah.
problem.
You lego Aubameyang for fee. You lego Callum Chambers for fee. You lego Nketiah for fee too. May you go ahead.
Well, that's
I
what
mean,
happened.
something. Them man they no good. Look here. Me tell you right. The youth
Okay,
academy
you know
have
what?
some young players.
Stella, since you touch on that, let's just transition to this. Let's just transition here. I had this, but I wanted to wait until we come to the end of the show. But just collectively, let us come to a conclusion on who stays from our current squad and who goes. Should Laka get another contract?
No.
Should we keep
No,
El
no,
Nene? Those French
No.
players, Shaka.
Listen,
Let's
Laka.
start.
Listen, Laka, El Nene, Xhaka, them they can go ahead. Them they can go ahead. Yeah, Lacazette time done shot. Lacazette can't offer nothing now. I really some. Okay, they get me wrong. He link up play is very good for Arsenal.
Yeah, links with the youths. Good.
Bro, Lacazette time done. Lacazette need for go somewhere else and try catch back himself. You understand? Lacazette can't tell last. He scored 5 goals, good girl. Lacazette miss clear goal scoring chance yesterday. Although I don't like Nketiah, but know if you get a chance yesterday,
It
you score
wasn't
that. Real some. No, maybe honest. I don't
Stop
like
that.
it.
Just stop that. Just stop that.
Maybe real. Lacazette confident low. Very, very low. Yeah. And the best pal gone now.
I
The only man
don't
that
know.
can
What-
He got the wrong technique yesterday. He went for power when he was supposed to bend the ball.
El Nene time up. Then let them man to go. Look at listen. Okay, he a good squad player.
But you do understand that we need a squad.
Yeah, I understand that. He's a good squad player, yes. But Shaq, you can't they want to build a project until you kind of hold on and then kind of man the Shaq. Them man they can't help the project that you try build.
No, they play a part in the sense that it's a cheap alternative to build a project.
Okay,
But
I understand.
I agree with you. They're
Okay.
often
And low risk as well.
yeah, it's a low
Listen to
risk.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man out there on loan, you hear? That can come back in and help. You understand?
But I'm
We have
glad
a
I said
lot
that,
of
right?
young players.
But glad I said that, right? Because for
Yeah,
me,
we have a long.
I'm Saliba doesn't have to be talked about. Everybody wants to leave it back. But Guendouzi, for me personally, I think put your differences
Then
behind
give no
you
chance. Then
and get you back in the team.
no chance.
Cause
Yeah. Listen to
he's
me.
a good
Okay,
player.
I mean, the other day we were
guarantee
talking
this.
about this.
You say
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I
Listen
didn't
to
hear
me.
you.
Listen to me.
Guendouzi, yeah.
Me
I'm
guarantee
saying,
you,
I mean,
like a
consider it.
Guendouzi side
Let's see
party.
what happens.
Guendouzi side party will be a good combination. Listen to me. Reason why I say that, right? You see Guendouzi.
I don't know about
See Guendouzi.
that.
I mean, trust me. Listen to me,
No,
Luda.
the two of them
Okay.
go on. So the difference is, right? Xhaka make mistakes, yes, but Xhaka stays. You can't have two holding midfielders and the two of them go in. There's nobody in front of the defense.
Go party can hold. But Guendouzi do the
That's why
roaming.
Party tell you play Xhaka because Xhaka can stay.
Do you prefer Guendouzi orchestrating than Party?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe we are yeah. Me watch it. Me watch Guendouzi.
Okay.
Me watch Guendouzi. Me watch Leon game and them. I say at this lead, at that lead. But me watch the man play. And the man command the game. The man love the ball. The man always want the ball. The key where you have to
Yeah,
go
that's
for
how
That
work.
is
he plays.
true.
Go for work.
That's how he
You
plays. Yeah, that's how he
understand?
plays.
But he's also
If
out of position.
Party love that too. But here now, you see
That's
now,
true.
if
He ends
if
up
the
on the
manager
wings
tell
and
Party
stuff.
like this, here, yeah, I want you shield the back for fair job, have a shield the back for. You just move left, right, you go to the half line, your back. You don't go too far. Make Gandoos you do that little movements there. Them a similar player them be no. A similar player them be, but trust me know if you give Gandoos a chance, trust me. I don't have to go, I have to they look for this man, that man,
Okay.
that man. Man, Attila Nathan Niles.
Yeah.
Attila Nathan Niles. Put it in there, cause there you want to play. Put it in there. He can
Yeah,
play
but
in
they
there.
have.
Put it in
Okay,
there.
so let me, you know
Put
what,
them-
Cello? Okay, so you've been very vocal. So let me ask you this, because you said you said El Nene can go, Laka can go, Shaka could go. Do you think that Maitland Niles good for the project? Maitland Niles good for the project?
Of course. Reason why I say that because he can play anyway.
Versatile.
He can put it anyway. He's a very versatile player.
You have
So
to willing.
you need a man like that.
Yeah,
Of
but
course you need a man like
You
that
gotta
for
be
your play.
willing.
You can
You
put it
gotta be
wide.
willing.
You can put it in the middle. You can put it left back or right back.
okay, but
Yeah.
what else? What can he offer?
What do you mean?
Versatility, yes, but he doesn't have anything to take him to the next level. I
What you
think
mean?
I think he's
Jack
peaked.
of all trades, master of none.
I don't think he can get better. That's my issue. You can put him in as a stopgap, like, okay, your right back's injured, put him to play at right back. You're running thin on midfield, couple of red cards and injuries, put him to play in midfield. But is he gonna start? Never.
How old is Nathan Niles? How old is Nathan Niles?
24 maybe?
I think he's 24.
About 20. How old is El Nene? About 26, right?
Yeah, well, El Nene going. You can't compare the two.
So El Nene can't get better. So one can't tell the child hold on him.
That,
Eh?
No,
yeah,
agreed.
then
Nathan,
no, that means not get better.
Nathan Niles have a more chance for gain more than El Nene in them.
Agreed. Maitland Niles needs to go as well as El Nene. Yeah?
Okay, so you get
That's how I
Nathan
see it
Niles.
too.
And listen, you keep Cedric Suarez and them also.
No.
What?
What are you
No.
talking about?
Them man just don't need to go.
I want to sign the right back now.
Them man they need to go.
right back
Bellerin,
and get rid of Edward.
Bellerin also you can make it tap over the free too. Then kind of
Yeah.
man the man tap over the free.
Bellerin
He
is not coming back.
He can't come back.
Bellerin is not
He
coming
them
back.
man then go.
I doubt he's come back. I don't think he's come back.
Yeah, me
All
tell
right,
you.
let me get to another question here, fellas. Coming into the season, I'm sure when we did the prediction show, preview show, I don't remember which one I should say, but when we did that show, you know, coming into the season, what our top four would be. Of course, I predicted Arsenal to be in the top four, and I was laughed at. My good friend down here, Jamal, I think we predicted us maybe top 6 or 8, there somewhere around there. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure none of us predicted Arsenal to be in the top 4. Now we are in and around the discussion.
Yep.
Dude, I'm going to start with you. Is it fair to demand top 4 now of Arsenal?
At this present moment,
Yes.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, we have what it takes. We've shown glimpses of it so far this season. But I mean, if you demand less, then I know I believe in it. But what I'm seeing, I mean, we have one of the best keepers in the league, if not the best at the moment. I mean, the squad is young. If we can keep, I mean, our preferred starting 11 healthy, and we don't have the skeleton thing, and it's not just been this season. I'm talking about before Arteta, before Emery. We've had this thing, we don't like to kill off teams. And that is something that we have to.
That's from the Wenger era. That's the end of trailing off of Wenger.
Yeah, that's from way back since Wenger. We don't like to kill off teams, and that's been a problem. But I'm saying, if we can capitalize on our opportunities, because they don't care which team it is, we do create. You check? If we can do that and defend like how we defend with down to 10 man, I don't understand. But yeah, if we can defend like that, I mean, we can make top 4. I saw us play against Man City, and decision went against us, and well, we end up losing the game when we play so well. But as we saw yesterday, it's not how well you play; it's the result that counts. So if you can win ugly, then I mean, we can get somewhere.
Witty.
Yeah, I still don't have a top 4 aspiration for us, especially after that January transfer window.
Well, yeah. But
I'm thinking top 6 still. Get a place in Europe, and then we can come back again, regroup, and come back again next season with better players. But it's just a bit. I think there's just too much up in the air right now to say that we deserve a 4th position ahead of. Well, I don't even know who ahead of, right?
Sell out your
I'd say we're better than West Ham. I'd say we're better than West Ham. So maybe 4th or 5th, but pushing for 4th.
who's the other team that's in front of us?
Like Arsenal come 6th partner.
6.
6.
Nah,
Arsenal come big man.
first would be City or Liverpool, then second would be
Yeah.
either who didn't make it, and third would be Chelsea. And 4th is either us or Man United.
4th between West Ham. 4th between West Ham and Wolves. I'm count out Wolves.
Wolves in like 12th. What are you talking about?
I count out Wolves.
Well, you can't count Man United out either.
What did Sell just say?
Yo,
Arsenal come 6th.
Yeah, that's you think we come in 6th?
Yeah, Arsenal come 6th, and then Arteta get fired, and then bring in somebody that understand football.
Yeah, but wait, 6 would be improvement from last year, so why would he get fired?
then go wait for that. I bet that fired says
The decision that he make in a January, that trying to sign nobody in a January.
That wasn't his. I don't know if you saw, he was in America with the owners. That wasn't his decision not to sign anybody. That's the thing that we're talking about.
Decide they don't get the targets they want, they're not going to sign any panic buys.
It's not the manager's decision, it's the owner's decision.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
So
you
it's a
can't
club.
you can't want a man. You can't want a man that costs 70 million and they want to pay 70 million. You can't want a man that worth 70 million and want to pay 45 million. You hear me tell you? That's the Arsenal problem for over the years. A man, the team, me tell you here, I want 25
for negotiation for a reason.
But Arsenal cannot negotiate. Arsenal cannot negotiate. Okay. Arsenal own this team that take weeks, on top of weeks to negotiate. When the other team and they want players, then go up and get players. Arsenal will negotiate with that man, and Arsenal will take 3 weeks to negotiate one deal. But Arsenal cannot negotiate.
I mean, there are different negotiation styles. I mean, if I really don't think that a player is worth 70 million, like you said, why am I just gonna give you 70 because you said so?
Yeah.
Shot.
Just to show my muscle?
Okay,
just to flex?
Let me tell you something, Shot. I don't want to cut your shot. If me just sign a 5 years contract, Shot, and you want me, Shot, you have to buy out my contract too. So if I tell you 70 million, remember all that in, you have to buy out my contract that I just signed too. You have to remember all then something so Shot.
No.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Wait.
Yeah,
so you believe Arsenal gonna go and give Fiorentina 50 million for the striker that gone in Juventus?
Then they would accept him.
If I think they should have,
you believe Arsenal supposed to give the man want pay half of the money 50 million for that money?
Yeah. Another question: do you think he's worth 70 million?
That's a good question.
If the man said they want 70, of course the man worth 70 million. The man score goal shot. The man score. The man on top farm shot.
How many?
Okay, you know what? Jamal, hold on. Let me have a response here. Hold on. You just said the man score goal. The man score goal, and okay, they quote 70. Pay them for 70. Pay them the 70. The same thing with Pepe. I know. Look how I go on with Pepe. Oh, Pepe no score no goal. Oh, should have been by Zaha instead. They should have been by this instead. It would have been the same narrative. And that's what the club and the board as a whole is moving away from.
You never hear me talk bad about Pepe.
Not necessarily but there are fans that do.
Yeah. Cause me know Pepe have quality. Yeah, shot. Me know Pepe have quality. I mean no, you know what surprise plenty of them all and count out Pepe and hear what. When the time for Pepe really step in this season, yeah, he can step in and he can work magic and everybody can jump up for you.
For me, honestly, I wish he would play Pepe where Laka is right now.
As a number 9.
Yeah.
I can rock with that. You know, I've been saying that.
Because I know he can score goals. And he's
Yeah.
not afraid to take a shot.
But listen what me tell you.
Because he can't
Listen what
hold
me
up.
tell you now. Listen what me
That's the
tell you.
worry.
The way Pepe play because of the manager style. Pepe play for suit the manager. He don't play for suit he. Pepe
Because
play for
he
suit the manager. He don't play for
somebody
suit
anyway.
he.
Every
He
player has
must
to play.
he fear to make mistake. Because you know if you make mistake, I get dropped next
Well,
week.
send the man to work for yourself.
Well, the boy work for himself, shot.
The man
Some
have
the
to play
man
with how the manager wants you to play.
some the
It's a
man them like
system, though.
their confidence low. Some of them confidence low. Cause they try them best not to make mistake. Cause then they want the manager pan them back.
The manager have standards. I can't say I disagree with it.
Yeah. Look,
But
man,
then again, the same manager told him
Jack
to take
kick
risks.
down man cheat. Jack kick down man cheat until he not team.
Okay, I'm glad you go on Shaka. Because you know when I start on Shaka, you know, me one of Shaka biggest defenders. Why? Shaka was out in the team for a couple of games. We couldn't even beat Burnley. We couldn't even score a goal against Burnley. Shaka come in yesterday and I win game.
Was scary though because
Shaka
the two midfielders get yellow.
To what Arsenal
What Shaka do
does.
so special that game? For me one, look on we can't dead in there. Until he can play till he get dropped down dead. Shaka and them think too negative. A positive man I love in the man that go up and say, here, hey, I'm gonna give him up there, take him up there. If I make a mistake,
And Shaka doesn't do that.
Shaka and them too experienced to make the same silly mistake and then over and over shot.
And the only thing you can hang over Shaka's head is his ill discipline. That's all that don't think. I don't think you can fault the way how he fits in the Arsenal side. I don't think you can fault that.
Okay. So you believe the project that Arteta try build, you believe he good for build one Jack and Party in the midfield?
No.
Yeah. Currently.
I will say yes. But I would say it needs to be built up around a player like Xhaka. But not
that's what I said. Currently,
Right, not Xhaka. Somebody that can play the whole in midfield.
Right.
More disciplined
So we would agree that we can upgrade Xhaka.
Yes.
Sella, you agree. But until then, Xhaka has to play.
Okay.
Just find the place.
Okay.
To put there.
That me can't wrong with your opinion, that is your opinion. Yeah. Listen, what me tell you now. You see, I want to see Pepe which are Laka play. Me want to see Martinelli which are Laka play. Me guarantee
I want to see that too.
Me guarantee if I put Martinelli there, I'll get more out of Martinelli. He a man very aggressive. He run. He run at the defender chair. He got plenty of energy.
That's why he's out there.
Listen now.
Exactly. And there is where lies the problem. Good night, Joe. Thanks for joining us. And there where lies the problem for me with Martinelli at number 9. He doesn't have that slow down switch. Martinelli, like he can't gear down. He just goes. You need a little more composure before I put him at that number 9 position.
That's what I'm saying. He's still a work in progress.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, since Joy's here now, let me ask Joe this. Next question goes to Joe.
Quick question. The Martinelli thing you spoke about just now. While he might not be there quite yet, right? Martinelli last season.
What?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
I can't hear everybody else, but I can't hear nothing all you say.
Oh, that's fine.
Are they weird?
Try coming out and coming back in, Cello. Going out and coming back in. Try that. Go ahead, Joe. You go ahead.
Oh yeah, what I was saying now with Martinelli, while I agree to an extent with that, Martinelli has improved on that a lot. Because here's the thing, right? When it comes to finding space and making those attacking runs, I don't believe there's much people in the team better than him, if anybody at all. To be honest, he's very good at it. It's just the fact of knowing, when to slow down. But I don't even think it's the fact that he doesn't know when to slow down anymore. I just think it's because of the fact that, hey, we're playing him out on the wing now. So he just plays like that. Because you need your winger. I mean, Arteta's instructions is probably to, hey, go run at them and try to isolate the defender. So that's what he does. And he does a very good job at it.
Probably a part of my analysis, because I just really want Pepe at that 9. I can't lie.
No, I'd like to see Pepe there.
I'd like to see Pepe there, to be honest.
I keep telling people, here's the madness with this. Pepe's, the crazy season that Pepe had, why we went for him, was at centre forward.
Yeah.
But then we bring him to Arsenal and we played him at centre forward like, 2 or 3 times?
Yeah. He's bringing down there.
We have a history of that. There was another player that we bought and just put him out on the wing. I mean, Ozil was more of a cam, and we had him.
A cam, yeah. And Wenger put him out
because
on the wing.
Ozil had that really good run with Germany in the World Cup on the wing.
And he was on the wing,
yeah. True. That's true. That's a fair point.
Work really hard for Germany on the wing.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's jump down to this now. Arsenal quote-unquote success this season, when they've been good, the good things that we've seen. What do we put that down to? Joe, we can start with you. What do you put that down to?
We put that down to the players. You can see the uniformity between them. You can see everybody is playing for each other. You can see that there's a certain level of cohesiveness, so to speak, between them. But then also you have to put it down to the manager, because clearly they're playing for the manager. I think we can question everything else, but I don't think we can question whether or not the players are playing for the manager. And the players that are there, they all speak highly of the manager. Even Pablo Mari, we sent out the other day on loan, and he's probably not going to come back. But even he said that Arteta is one of the best managers he's ever been under. I've been around. So, I mean, I think it's down to those two things. The fact that, and then with young players, I think the fact that most of our team are young players who are not already, so to speak, breakout stars that have the crazy expectation on them. The fact that they are young players and everybody doesn't have the crazy expectation because you expect them to make mistakes and all of that, I think that plays a big part in it too. So they're just able to just go out and just play.
All right. Let's see. I agree with you, Joe. I agree with you. But when it comes to the collective side, I was just reading a comment there. Right. So when it comes to the collective side, it seems like Cello is having some trouble. Collectively, as a group, the Arsenal team going back, let's just throw in the board, the technical director, let's throw all that in. Do we have any confidence in them now, though? More confidence in them going into the summer transfer? Because I don't think Arteta will be sacked. Do we have more confidence in them going forward? Luda, let's start with you.
I'm hoping it's not a sham, but so far it seems to have been getting better, because I mean, let's look at last summer. I mean, January has been disappointing. I expected some sort of signing, 1 or 2 signings, to be the least. But when you think about it, it's like a different approach has been there. I mean, when you're telling me that you even give him 50 million to sign Ben White, I mean, it shows that you have some sort of confidence in the manager and you're willing to, help him in his project. So, I for me personally, I am looking forward to the summer transfer. It seems I have a little bit of confidence in it. Hopefully, they're not just another sham, but it looks. And I mean, they got a little shaken up when the fans got a little, need to get Cronk out and all that. So, you know how that goes.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think the biggest
a little bit of
problem
confidence.
is, yeah, Luda, yeah. I think the biggest problem is, Stella, can you hear us? Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, just on your device to see if Stella can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear everybody. I can hear everybody now.
All right.
Good.
Okay, all right, good to go. Right, I think one of our biggest problem is the board. If the board can somehow, get behind, and it seems as if they have, because when, like Luda just said, you spent 50 million on Ben White. I mean, we spent money over the summer, and it was good recruitment. But then now we need to kick on. How can we do this, Jamal? How can we get? Because you said you're not buying this top four top. How can we get there, Jamal? Get there and consistently stay there now.
Well, the first thing I would say is the Rams need to win the Super Bowl so the owners feel happy.
I was thinking the same thing,
That's where all his love.
And we can get
That's
some money
where all
over
his
here.
love is.
All right.
That's where all his love is.
That will give us a good influx of cash. But to get there, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Arteta that said, "Don't pull the trigger on any players in the January transfer window because we're quoted too much for them, in which we could use more money for better players and more versatile players in the summer."
Yeah.
Because you also have some players that are out of contract, and players will be cheaper. And it just takes one big move in the market for anything to happen, right? That Haaland transfer spiral things out of control. So I think a lot of teams will also be waiting for that big fish to move, and then it's going to be a lot of other transfer deals, and I think that's where we can pick up. What's that?
Tell them by Haaland they can't jump up. At least I'll be a big player with a big name.
Well, you never know. We might be the team buying him. Right? We might be spending 200 million. That's why we didn't spend anything in January. We're saving up to spend.
Listen to me.
Joe, them a laugh. But I don't tell you now.
Arsenal sign Haaland, run around Antigua 5 times.
I'm back here with that.
Joe,
we
Haaland is coming to the carpet.
10 times. I want the whole of Antigua.
If we make Champions League, Haaland comes to the carpet. I am telling you guys.
But
I'm just telling you.
That would be this transfer of the decade.
Boy, that would be talked about for decades.
we all know Arsenal not going to spend no big money for certain type of players. So let's not get over.
I feel like we can't say that, though. I feel like that's unfair. Because if we can fork out 50 million on Ben White, why can't we fork out another 40 to get Haaland?
How much did we pay for Ramsdale as well?
I'm glad they talk about Ben White. I'm glad they talk about Ben White now. Yeah. Ben White worth 50 million.
At the moment.
Not the moment. When Arsenal buy Ben White do worth 50 million.
But you understand that you don't just pay.
But
go ahead, yeah. Who want to have it? Jamal or Joe? Which one? Who talking?
The manager saw something that we didn't see, and we can see it paying off right now.
Facts.
Right?
Okay. You see,
he wasn't worth
Arsenal pay 50 million for Ben White. So why they couldn't play the money for the striker if they did really want it? At the same thing, it's a comeback.
Okay, let's be real. I'm gonna ask this, right? Shaq, how old is Ben White?
I think he's 23, if I'm not mistaken, 22.
And we all know, right, in the transfer market, English players are some of the most expensive players in the transfer market, hands down. He's 23. Right. He plays center back, right back, and DM. I mean, the versatility is there, the age is there, and he's the England international as well. I mean, if the man want to spend 50 million pounds, you know why.
Yeah, he can't spend 70 million pounds. What's the striker the name from Fiorentina? That's on Juventus.
Yeah, but Vlahovic didn't want to come. Vlahovic wanted to come to Juventus.
The man for time. Yeah, see the man even want to talk to Arsenal. For the man he Arteta name. That they kill the man.
Nobody.
No, but on a real note, they weren't even talking to the president. because the presidency,
Exactly.
the agents
He
weren't
wasn't
responding to
answering.
him. Blahovic wasn't saying anything to him. The man confirmed that there was a big offer from an English club, but it seems like Vlahovic already knows what he's up to.
He wanted Juve.
That was
always
all
wanted Juve.
And
Yeah,
I
of
think
course, the man they cost them now.
I think what they did too was use the Arsenal interest to also push to get the Juventus transfer.
Yeah.
Because they basically them all let Juventus know, listen, you either go find the money and buy Vlahovic now, or you go Arsenal. And then even when you really look at it, Juventus currently overpaid for him. I mean, it will probably benefits in the future because he's a good striker. All the more hope he flop, but it look like he can flop.
But why you want him to flop? Why?
Joe, just one game.
Flop is still on the card. Arsenal one day. He might end up Arsenal one day. Still young.
One day, down the country, this the club boy.
Hey,
no, he's done. You don't want to see him again. I have a question in here, fellas. I have a question here from Makani. He said, let me ask this question. Let me know if it makes sense. Would you prefer to have Arsenal's current problem with the refs seem to be against your team on the pitch? Or would you prefer to have Man U problem where the team always seems to be frustrated with every manager that comes in? Which one would you prefer, fellas?
I keep Arsenal.
I just don't want Man U. And on that note, before we end off with the whole, because I want to get Celo's start on what Arteta really do. What really do he? What can we do about these red cards that's happening, man?
Not much though.
Them kind of discipline the Arteta supposed to worry about. That's on the red card how we get.
Is it the manager's fault?
He's not on the field. I mean, come on.
No. Is it Jamal? Is it Jamal's fault?
No, I don't think it's fault.
Unreal. No, look at yesterday. I'm not going to even talk about too far back. Don't need much memory for this. Look at yesterday. This is the first time in the history of me watching football, because I can't say if it ever happened before, that you see in the same action, you give 2 yellow cards pointing there and there. 2 yellow cards and then a red. That makes no sense.
Yeah. It was the first time in 18 years it has happened. So I don't really understand.
But they watch a referee talk this morning, right? They watch the referee talk this morning. What the man say? The first yellow card, right? Martinelli did chuck down the man. That's a yellow card.
He pushed him,
yeah, he did push the man. But the man said no. After he pushed the man, he was looking for a foul because he got kicked. So he was looking for the foul. He didn't get, listen to me, man, he didn't get the foul, he pushed the man. You understand? After he pushed the man now, he raced with the intention for foul the man. That's why he get the 2 yellow card, because it was intentional for. It's not like, okay, he run against the man and the man, he try to win the ball and the man falling. He run back. With the pace that he bust off with at the man, he run back and choke the man. So it was intentional foul. So that's why he get 2 yellow cards. Because the first foul, that was a yellow card. That was a yellow card. And
me understand that now, but here for meeting, Celo. Here for meeting. This is how me look for now. How you give a man a second yellow card and the man even though he have first yellow card?
I was saying the same thing too. But after the referee explained the situation, me kind of understand what you say. Because me never play football. Me never see nothing like that in my life no. Never ever see that in my life no.
Yeah, but so here the thing, if you read the referee rule, if you read the rules, right?
Okay then.
It should have been 1 yellow card. It should not have been 2 because the first offense.
It should have stopped the game.
Yes.
I mean, if you're going to give me yellow, stop the game.
Precisely.
But what the referee they say now, because now Wolves get the ball, I was on the attack going forward. They was playing the advantage.
The ball wasn't even in play when the ball returned.
In their half.
It went out, didn't it? Wasn't there a throw?
Yeah, it was a throw. It was a throw.
The ball should stop it because the ball wasn't in play. How can he play advantage outside?
Exactly. Number 1, it was a throw. And number 2, they were still in their half. So it's not like it was some big goal scoring opportunity. So number 1,
never seen like that in the life.
Why advantage?
So far me concerned, that referee this man just try to explain something. He just try to take some of the pressure off of the other referee.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
they all
in her
defend
position
each
makes no
other.
sense. But even
They
an
all
ex
defend
referee
each
come
other.
up and say that it was supposed to be one yellow card. Nobody would have argued if he got one yellow card.
And Akani is correct. Because if you think if Martinelli knew that he was already on a yellow, he would have intentionally fouled
But
the man.
you could tell that because watch his reaction when he realized they gave him the second yellow tackle. The man face like
Yeah,
because he was
you can
expecting to get a yellow. He
you
was
can you
because
see
he
he
didn't foul him.
expected the one yellow.
But
Bro.
But in our fairness, you would agree that it's 2 yellow card offenses.
Huh?
Me never seen
You'd
that.
argue that there was 2 yellow card offenses.
Offensive, yeah. That's what the guy was explaining.
They were, but since when referees make up their own rules.
That's true. I mean, it just seemed like
but the game never stopped.
And about he make up his own rule now.
Whenever
Arsenal is playing. Arsenal is playing. So anything Arsenal do, then get what they take. That's what the referee them say. Then up for Arsenal.
to me, it just felt like the referee really wanted to give a red card.
2 yellow card offenses, yes, but the play never stopped. So why would you give 2 separate yellow cards to one play, one motion of play?
Book, right? This man just put himself in the history book by himself.
By himself.
Look, the game when we play against Burnley,
Ferdinand even back up. And Ferdinand asked if this man want in the news.
Yeah, honestly.
Look, the game against Burnley, right? A man stamped Tierney, and you get 1 card. As Arsenal players do something, they get drive off shit.
Yeah, he got 1.
I think it was 5 minutes in when Kilman tripped Martinelli. When Martinelli was on a similar breakaway, he didn't even get a yellow for that.
Yeah,
I mean, and then a couple of minutes later, Party got. I didn't hear that, Jamal.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, and a couple minutes later, Party or Shaka got a yellow card for stopping a Wolves attack. It seems like they have an agenda against
yeah.
That's something against Arsenal.
Boy, you say, let me get some of the comments in, fellas. If he expected to get the first yellow, why is it a shock then? And he said that would never happen in a City game. Suko is here. Sup, fellas? Yes, Suko. Good night. Moy continued. Don't know he made the first offense, then went to do the second offense. He just lacked discipline.
Because he didn't know you was on a yellow.
In the first place, nothing was called, no indication, whatever case may. So, it's like, okay, that was gone because he got to throw in the ball and they were under attack.
Yo, that's my thing. You play, here's my thing, right? You play an advantage from a throw-in.
Thank you.
That makes sense.
The ball outside the play.
Yeah, he's outside the line.
Yeah.
I mean,
both his feet were off the ground as a foul throw.
Bro.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my thing. Y'all think they're going to get the card rescinded?
Nah, because it's not straight red. So they can't get it rescinded.
No, it's just 1 game, so
It's the second game.
Cool,
it's a good thing we're not playing Chelsea this weekend.
Yeah.
Facts. I think our next game is
Brentford.
Brentford. Oh, we need to win that game. Even slap Brentford 5.
And I wanted Martinelli to play that game because remember his first game in the season, he had an awful game when he had just come back and we had to throw him into play.
Because we had a bunch of COVID cases, just saying. So I should bring that back up. Before we close, because I did ask you for 45 minutes, but before we close, okay, let me just tell you what can I say. Plus players play to the whistle. Why would he assume he's on a yellow or anything like that if the ref didn't blow?
Thank you, Akani. Right. Thank you very much.
And study more, I'm not surprised that more agree with the decision. No. Then I love nobody,
Then I love nobody. Okay, so Stella, the floor is yours for a minute.
I mean,
why are you against Arteta as the man taking us forward?
Shot, give two.
I'll give you a minute and a half.
Give me a minute, you donate 3 minutes to sell. Come, you want to hear this.
Listen. Big man, for me, opinion is Arteta is not good enough to take the team forward. That is for me opinion, that end of the story.
Big man, how many have we got?
He's not good enough to take the team forward.
Straight back away from this one,
Father, listen to me. Arteta, listen to me. Arteta, average manager. Yeah. Trust me, boss. If Arsenal want to go to the next level, they have to get a proper manager for take Arsenal to the next level. Arteta then can't do them bad. Arteta come in like El Nene and them, I tell you. Them man stick by one level, they can't get better. I need somebody more experience. Arsenal are a big club no partner. Arsenal are a big club no. Not no little jokey club no partner.
Okay, let me interrupt you.
Yeah, what I say? Let me
interrupt you. Because in my mind, I'm just thinking, the start of the season, nobody's expecting us to be any challenging for anything. Yes, we also had a cup, but we weren't even looking to be like, we could be close to top 4. Then now, the fact that he's in that position, now, and now I'm hearing you saying he's not ready, or he can't take it to the next level. Haven't he shown you that he can do the job?
He show me he can do a little thing, but he can't do the job.
So you don't think? Let me
just do a little thing, but he can't.
Let me just ask you this. So let's say Arteta gets let's say you have a list of 7 players. He gets 5 out of the 7. Don't you think that Arteta can win us the Premier League?
No.
Hey, you need me like you're sure? Can I have a think about that?
No.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe.
You need them have a fail.
Arteta without the Premier League, bro. No, he's not good enough. He try intimidate. He try to use Pep style too much, bro.
All right.
He try. Look here, let me tell you something. You see, Arteta come in and style like a Pep. Yeah, and he try make Arsenal play a similar way like a Man City. When Arsenal can never play like that because Arsenal are the quality players and them like Man City, yeah. And that work it out.
But what's the Arsenal DNA? What have we been playing since Wenger days?
Passing football, possession football.
We've been playing the same way that Arteta.
Okay, right. Look before Pep.
Look on the caliber of players that Wenger just saw, and look on the caliber of players that Arsenal have now. Come on, bro.
So that's why you need someone to bring it to the next level. You need these players to go up.
So you really believe Arteta can bring it to the next level, Jamal? No, unless you really believe Arteta can bring it to the next level.
Listen, right? You bring in a manager who can build the project, yes. And if you have a vision and an end to that project, yes, Arteta can do that. You bring in, okay, let's say you sack Arteta, but who are you gonna bring in now?
Who are you bring in? I was waiting for my turn.
Wait. Arteta, you say Arteta. Man, understand what you say with Arteta, yeah? Yeah, me tell you. How long you gonna get Arteta before he can get the team together like how he wants? How long more? And next 3 years, come here, they want to get another 2 years contract now. So you give another 2 years.
If that's what it takes to build a team, that's what it takes to build a team.
Okay, and you believe if they get Arteta that 2 years contract, in that 2 years they from where he done gone now, and then give that 2 years contract, you believe he can get the right caliber team for challenge for the title?
Personally, no. I don't think we have the next 5 years. I don't think we're challenging for that title with the way that City, United, Liverpool and Chelsea are going to keep advancing. We need to come up to that level. So you're giving any manager, you will not be challenging for that title. Any manager.
Right.
So, you really want to know. You see, like you said that, right? So, how long have I trust the process for? Because if you say no, if you say no, if within the next 5 years you're going to be a challenge for the title, how more longer have I trust the process? Why would you trust the process for disappointment, cheer, and play?
Joe, you go ahead before Luda.
No, if Jamal just say, he believe between now and the next 5 years are the challenge for the
Yeah.
for the title. So
Mhm.
if between now and the next 5 years, now chance for the title, how much more I can trust the process?
So it's not the Arteta problem, it's an owner problem. So what do we do then?
Pretty much.
The pumpkin they can't go to no. Then they just like El then they can't go to. Those
Okay, look now. You get rid of Kroenke, right? Now
Yeah.
you're bringing out a whole new owner who wants a whole new ideology, whole new set of players, whole new
Or
manager.
change it again.
How much far back that sets us now?
Listen, bro. They get me wrong. If you bring in an owner that willing for spending money here, listen to me. If me buy Arsenal, and me want to get Arsenal to on the level that they used to be here, me can spend more money. Me can be an owner of a club and expect a club to win somewhere. Me no want to spend no money. Me invest some in the basketball and what call them the American football.
American football.
The club can't win nothing, so bro. If you want the club to be a top club, you have to pump money in the club. That's the only so the club can be. Look, my Man City in them. You see what they own
Right.
do? They
I think you're
pump
answering
them,
your own question, you know, Tello.
Oh, we all agree with you that we need more money pumped into the club, right?
Arsenal no bro.
The owners treat it as a business, and we see this multiple times. The owners treat it as a business where
Yep.
they get return. They're not going to put money in if there's no return. As a business, you as a business person will not put money into anything that you don't see an investment.
They put money in the West. Skunky put money in the West team and them. Yeah, and them win all kind of something.
But those are different business setups too, you know. Because remember, in those sports they can't get relegated and stuff like that. So the revenue is always coming in.
Look, Skunky pump more money in the Colorado than he ever pump in the Arsenal.
Because maybe that's his passion.
But that's not true though.
Yeah. But your team can't become a top team when the owner have money and not help.
Right, so then you would agree that it's more of an owner problem than a problem. Because you're saying if Arteta gets players, then he can win the title.
Big man, Arteta can't win on title again. Me tell you, so I tap about Arteta partner. Arteta can't win on title. And me tell you, what I go do wait pan the young players and them will come through and hope that them they come through and they help I go to the next level all the time. And that's what I go do.
I mean, that's what we have in the academy.
We want to know we want to replace Arteta with.
All the years. What I mean? So, Zidane never top man.
No, Salo, stop me, John. You should answer the question.
Zidane never top manager.
Answer the question. I don't want an explanation. Answer the question. If you fire Arteta today, who you're bringing?
Who do we want?
Me think a man like Zidane. A man don't know if we win. Arteta know if we win something.
Oh my days. Zidane know if we win with what team? What team? What team?
Thank you.
Come on, man.
Thank you.
You just answer.
Zidane had a silver spoon.
Yeah. So he go to Real Madrid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go with the
Conte was already built.
Conte was winning. Where's Conte now?
Yeah. Zidane go when Real Madrid go. When Zidane go Real Madrid, that team don't start fall apart. Man get old. He use them. Look at. Let me tell you something.
Fall apart or not, he still had a Luka Modric, one of the best in the world. He still had a Karim Benzema. He still had a Cristiano Ronaldo. He still had a Bale. You want me to continue?
Sergio Ramos.
Yeah, continue. Continue.
Casemiro.
Marcelo.
Marcelo, Casemiro. Partner, you do realize that despite the team was falling apart, that this man still went in and met a team with some of the best players in world football. And not just world football, no. In football history.
That can walk into every starting 11.
I'm tell you some problem be. Because I'm tell you some problem be. Because some players just have little talent in their playing days. They be like a turn good manager.
And that's not what you think about Zidane?
Arteta was decent and a good leader, but Arteta was never a
Yeah.
sensational
You know,
talent. Never.
yeah,
Arteta
you know,
was what?
standout.
Arteta was this way.
Arteta was
What?
oh, lad.
Yo, who had a better playing career, Pep or Arteta?
Who?
Facts.
That's
Who
a
had
good
a better
question.
playing
Playing
career?
career,
Pep or
Pep or
Arteta?
Nah, Pep man for be a manager. There's some people that born for be footballers, and some people that born for be managers. Pep man for be a manager, but he
George
try
Mourinho
like a
wasn't no
football.
great footballer either.
So
He
go
try
answer
like a
for everything.
football. He try like a
Facts.
football,
Klopp
but
wasn't a
Pep
great
man as a
footballer
manager.
either.
Yeah,
Wenger tried
Wenger
one
wasn't
thing too.
Wenger wasn't a great footballer in his time, and he was a good manager. Alex Ferguson wasn't a great footballer in his time, and he's a good manager. Them
Hey,
born for be
pause,
manager.
pause. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Here we just called Fergie. Make our reverse. Do you know how long it took Fergie to get to what Fergie became in the long run?
True.
And the
Yeah.
coach stuck with him. You know the
True.
amount of times Manchester
True.
United fans call
True.
for Fergie to get fired.
He was on the
You know
brink of
amount
getting
times? And then
That was
here what? I'm gonna teach you something about our club history. None of the managers that have come to Arsenal and have done good, none of them have ever been big name managers. As a matter of fact, none of our managers have ever been big name managers. It's
Get
always
your
somebody
notebook,
we bring
cello,
in from
write down
somewhere
that.
that nobody know, or is just some small regular name. And that's a fact.
Go on, Joe.
big man.
Joe, you
I
are the
did tell you,
You are the floor,
Arteta
Joe.
no good enough. Until you come, me tell you Arteta no good enough.
That's your
Yo, but
opinion.
here's the thing now. Me will tell you this. For example,
Arteta no good enough.
make a reverse back then. When Wenger left, right? You know who I wanted?
Who?
What the guy named that was at Barca at the time that his daughter died.
Enrique.
I wanted Luis Enrique. Why? Because from Barca to Arsenal, in terms of the style of football and his philosophy and everything, it would have pretty much been a straight swap. Here is the problem. The man was willing to take the project under specific conditions. The man wanted a guaranteed budget that he would be able to build his team how he wanted to then move forward. Any big manager that is coming to a club wants that. Now, if you have owners that are not willing to back the manager like that, what make you think their man go for Arteta? Arteta was the cheapest option because any other manager that come in wanted guarantees.
Yeah.
But
so then at the end of the day, right, it is not Arteta's fault. And then when you look on it now to, okay, you bring in the man, you go the cheaper option. The man come in his first season, you can say Luck, you can say Aubameyang, you can say whatever you want. The man come in his first season, the man win an FA Cup. I'll come 8, not good enough. Second season, I'll come 8, not good enough. But you can also look back on a lot of different things that affected results, right?
And
This season,
it is not
at the start of the season, if you do a check anywhere on the internet of most Arsenal fans and what their expectation or what they were hoping to achieve this season, 75% of fans said top 6. Right? Top 6.
Yep. Not even
Right
top
now,
4.
a fight for top 4. Nobody expected that. So it is fair to say that whether you rate Arteta or not, the man is overachieving. We went into a transfer window. We brought in a bunch of players that even me personally, I said I have no problem with the players. Are players that I like to an extent. But it is good for bringing for the team. But I do not think they are good enough to be first team players. Guess what?
Right.
All of them come in and all of them do good.
To be fair, Joe, you were rating Ramsdale. You were only one to rate Ramsdale.
I was the only person that was rating Aaron Ramsdale when everybody say he overpriced and this and that. Since
I was telling people so. Look at the difference you had in front
I
of
was with Ramsdale boss. That man can tell you. We were talking about goalkeepers at the time, and I said to them, yeah, no, Aaron Ramsdale is a much better than people give him credit for. You know why? Because when you checked it out, right, at the end of the day, a goalkeeper is only as good as his backline. And almost everything this man has been on has had either the worst or the second to last defense in the league. You can't blame the goalkeeper. When you check it, this man is majority of the time in any league he's in or whatever club he plays for. Whatever league he's playing in, he's always in the top 5 for saves made. That'll be show you the defense. Nah, do nothing. People just walk through and just take shot. So then now you put a goalkeeper like that in front of a proper defense. He do good. For example, the guy from Leeds, right now, I think he's second in the league for saves made in the Premier League.
Medley.
Yeah, you understand? He's not the greatest goalkeeper, but he decent enough that if you put one good defense in front of him, people will think he world class.
Yep.
Safe
Because
percentage is good.
he needs to make. Now, I can't revert back to Arteta because I'm done with you because I have plenty to say. I can't go back to Arteta, right? So now Arteta come in, right? You bring in the man come in and meet the Ozil situation. The man come in and meet a ton of deadwood in this team that make no sort of sense. That the team was already falling apart and was not working, right? The man come in, nobody expect nothing from the man. The man come in and the man win the FA Cup. I come 8th, second season 8th.
Arsenal win the FA Cup, partner. Arteta don't win no FA Cup, big man. The players don't go out and play football because they can play football, partner. Well,
Okay, Zidane, they win nothing.
And
Simple.
Oh, what? Hey, anyways,
listen to you.
All right, so no. Right, you find negativity, dog. See you miss. Right, so no, Arteta come in. This season, like I say, are we overachieve? Because none of you can tell me that I may expect for a fight for top 4 this season. If I say so, I lie.
Bro, remember I said that we were going to come in top 4. Remember I said that on the show.
Oh yeah, sorry, shock. But you see, shock, you don't really count because you always
optimistic, of course.
You just always believe more than you need to believe. You check.
I believe in the team, Shaq.
So you don't really count.
Shaq, believe in your team, but I can't believe in the manager, bro. Believe in the team.
If I
No,
with
but
that.
They one and the same.
But exactly, he missing out. So it comes down again, like Jamal said, to the owners. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good the manager is, how great the manager be. If you bring them in and the owners now back them, it don't make no sense. Me rate Unai Emery, but you think if Unai Emery was backed better, he'd probably tell the club. But me no rate it, me no want it. You check. Unai Emery was also another cheap option, but with little more experience. You are Arsenal and you go pick up Unai Emery. That's to show you that you're bringing a manager that you know, okay, you get her in the Champions League and now qualify every season. Because that's the type of manager he is. But no, for once, the fact that Arteta came in as an inexperienced manager, right? And the club backed this man more than they have even backed Wenger. Wenger never gets so much money in that time to win the yet.
Yeah.
Obviously, their man see something and their man believe in the project, and you cannot say, right? I cannot say, I understand the 8 is not good enough or whatnot, but you have to look on different aspects of it. For one, our defense has probably been the best it has been in the last decade under Arteta. Hear me say no? Decade, whole 10 years. This is the most.
Joe, you spitting here today.
It's the first time in a while I believe in defense.
I cannot tell the last time. When we watch Arsenal play since me about 11, 10, and we cannot tell the last time that me see Arsenal with one defense, they sure. Right? That's the all take steps. The man come in and the first thing the man do, I fix the defense. The 2 seasons, especially last season, I come in 8, but what? Last season, I come in 8, and even though I come in 8, I still have the 3rd or 4th best defensive record in the league. No, you're bringing one
lack of finishing.
You're bringing an inexperienced manager. You cannot tell me you brought him in thinking the man will come in and the man will win the league. But you have to give. You can cry down, yeah. Can be cry down for plenty of things, but give the man credit for the things that the man do. And at the current rate, no, he most sure now as the manager, he has one squad together that done buy into his project. Obviously, because you can see him on the field, they not buy into the project. Why would you mess that up now? No, what you need to do now is back the manager. And then once you're done back the manager fully, then you give him a time frame. And if in the time frame he and think he accomplished enough, you sack him. That's fine. But at this current point, where the project actually start to look like it might actually go somewhere, sacking the manager makes no sense. It doesn't make sense. And I can tell you this, and I can clip me. if I sack Arteta, right?
Oh, it's
5 years from now, I'm gonna regret it. I'm willing to bet
Five?
money upon that.
before 5.
I mean, 5 years from now, we'll
Why
be
you
like
say
Manchester United.
I'm gonna say I don't regret it. I'm gonna say I don't regret it.
Yo,
You know what?
If you're really pre-football, right? If you're really pre-football, dog, you can't tell me you can see that Arteta can be a very good manager. He ain't there yet. He's
Probably
not
one
there
day
yet.
he'll become a good man.
Yes, good, man. You can't
he's
question
not
that.
He's not there yet, but you
They
can
get
see,
me wrong. They get me
you can
wrong.
see that it
They
is
get me
going to
wrong. One
happen.
day he will probably become a good manager. One
You
day.
can see him. So then telling me this solo, you prefer
Yeah.
to go for an old manager that will come in and maybe give you 1, 2 years, 3 years, and then you win a title if you are lucky. And then you just qualify for Champions League and then he retire and have to start over again. Or you prefer for go through the process so that when you do get there, everything's sure.
Okay. But how long the process could take? 10 years from now?
I mean, you realize, and now I can say finally that I probably don't get out all the deadwood from the time the man come to the club. The club more stable than it has ever been.
Okay. You get
Yo,
out. You get out.
Joe, I'm so proud of you tonight, bro. I am so proud of you. I could cry, bro.
It's a process.
Okay. The deadwood and them. Some of the deadwood and them. Some of the deadwood and them. He bring them there. He bring some of the deadwood and them.
No.
He bring
Wow.
Palomari there. He bring Palomari there. Palomari can't play no football. I think Man City try with. If Man City try no buy that can play no football easy, but.
Okay,
hold on. You realize that your team need depth. And apart from the starters, Pablo Mari the best centre back we had. I mean,
to be honest. Let's cover this one game, to be honest.
Big man.
Pablo Mari didn't put the foot wrong when he played games for us.
Pablo Mari can't play no football, partner. What do you think City show them with? Because they're not good enough. They're not good. They can't play no football, but.
Okay, you know what? Hush him up, because when Pablo Mari there, City don't be nothing. So City don't have no reason for throwing away.
Facts.
I'll never City level them man the buds. Because they're not good enough.
The only thing when it comes to players that I won't have argument with when it comes to Arteta is the Xhaka thing. That's the only thing. But then at the same time, too, when I tell people, I can look at it from a different perspective too. Because Arteta come in, right? And if I'm going to be fair, you do not expect a new manager to come in and don't judge you or put you in a book based on what happened under another manager. You expect the manager to come in and give you one clean slate. Which way you do with Xhaka? You understand? Now, the whole summer with Xhaka the other day, Xhaka twerked for Roma in a workout, and then I give you a 2-year deal. Me not agree with that. Me find out for be stupid. Here's what. You do realize though that if Roma comes back in for Xhaka in the summer, that 2-year deal becomes a masterclass.
Money. Yeah.
Because now they have to pay at least a proper fee for him because of the fact that he found a 2-year extension. So, really and truly, right? Me just so watch the whole thing, and honestly, a lot of things with Arteta and Idu, I have questioned. And here's what.
You know the puppy show, so I'm going to head. I know the puppy show.
And surprised me. Honestly speaking. They have come back and surprised me.
You know what? I am glad that we were so vocal tonight, and I'm sorry to cut you guys short, but we have to come back and do a part 2. Because no, Cello. It seems like Cello have a problem with everybody they Arsenal.
Everybody else.
Joe mentioned Edu. Joe mentioned Edu.
Me love Arsenal until I'm dead now. Me always back Arsenal, support Arsenal now, until I'm dead now. Yeah, all on them good day and them bad day, yeah. Best is certain man at the club, but just can't wait them.
That's fair. You're not going to wait everybody.
Big man, when NKT play with Arsenal, I cry water. Me are naughty. I cry water. Me are shock. I wear some shock. Naughty. Oh Lord. I wear some love. I watch. I cry. Me cry. That's so much I love Arsenal.
Yo,
All right. Okay. Boy sent me the question earlier. It's a very, I like one. Arteta playing career. Arteta playing career versus Henderson's playing career. Who do you think is better?
Henderson better all day. Henderson better all day.
Henderson
Arteta.
better based on
Team.
accomplishments.
Absolutely.
Honestly
Right.
speaking, if you put Arteta as a player versus Henderson as a player,
That me no.
in just a regular team without the Liverpool
Yep.
and all of that, in a
Okay,
regular team,
You
if you
better
put
than that.
prime Arteta and prime Hendo in a team, Arteta does
No.
more for the team than Henderson.
But I like
Joe,
when I
yes,
rate
I
Arteta,
do not think.
Arteta was a very good player in his days. He was a very good box-to-box player. He score goals. He step up when certain time. He was a good penalty taker at that too. In his playing days. You understand?
Hey, but
he scores
hey,
some very
He always had good leadership. Something about
yeah.
him.
That
Yeah.
you have to give that. I'm gonna rate it, but you have to give that. You have to give that.
Henderson,
understand?
Henderson
He
couldn't
was up.
start in front of Arteta the Everton. It wouldn't happen.
Facts.
Wouldn't happen.
Henderson,
That would not happen.
but yeah. But Henderson is the worst Englishman to ever play football.
Okay.
And then rate the man high.
Not
Okay.
the
Then
worst.
rate the man high. No, we really something.
Not
I'm telling the man,
worst.
I'm telling about Henderson better than Jack Wilshere. When they tell me that, me go cut off for me here one time.
King man.
Okay, no, be realistic. What Henderson do? What Henderson really do?
He's
No,
a
but what I'm
workhorse.
saying,
That's
Henderson
what
is
he
a
is.
player that just happens to be
Exactly.
under a coach that
Yeah.
has the perfect system for him.
Yeah.
That's what
Big man,
it
them
is.
man, they can't play no football now. Henderson and El Nene have to be brother.
Yo,
Them
but
man, they
hey,
can't play football.
you missing.
Okay, you know what? I've loaded for the night. I've loaded tonight. I've loaded for the night. But you've been giving El Nene a lot of stick, and probably our best pivots are El Nene and Party.
So far for the season in the midfield. Against Man United.
Yo. Come
You can argue. No man, you know I love my shaka. You know I love my shaka,
Give me
man.
10 seconds shot. Give me 10 seconds shot. So
Go ahead.
how much are by El Nene for?
Eh? That man is so good. Me to follow them man in the pan. I mean, no more about them.
Somebody tell how much are by El Nene for?
Joe, I know where you're going, and I love it.
By El
I
Nene
don't
for
know
$7 million.
$7 million.
You expect
Exactly.
him to come here, come play like a Casemiro, Rodri.
Yep.
The man plays like a $7 million player.
$1 player.
And here's what, and then he comes in and does his job. You bring him in, he keep it simple, and he do what he is told to do.
Understandable.
You're right.
Yeah. Buy Lokanga for 17 million. Yeah, and he come in and a little time there, he play better than El Nene for all the years he did. El Nene, the Arsenal.
He costs more. Based on what Joe said, he costs more, so he should do more.
But not just that. You need to remember also that Lukanga, our more new age type football player, right?
That's true.
And then he has always just been a simple player that can slap one ball from outside of the box. Because when we bought him, that is one of the things that he was doing a lot, scoring goals from outside of the box. He's never been a fancy player. He's never been no great passer of the ball.
Well, El Nene have 5 goals for Arsenal, buds. El Nene have 5 goals for Arsenal.
But that may show
it don't matter when he scores.
But remember, there was a time where there was this big thing going around where the players were saying, I think Ramsey was talking about it, that Wenger actually had a problem with them taking too many shots from outside.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that.
So I think that is what affected El Nene.
Yeah, that kind of changed the game.
Yeah, and then he would get the ball and have a clear shot, but he played the pass because he don't know that if you take the shot, if you score, you will get to But if you miss, you won't win the problem. You probably
you say that now, right, bro? That's the same thing when I come back. I'm there say Pepe fear to do certain things because he play for please the manager. You know, play for please himself. Sometimes I just black out the manager and do what you have to do now. Sometimes no.
Yeah,
you understand?
To be honest, I kind of agree with you with that. I feel like Arteta plays style of play and tactics kind of have like one leash on Pepe.
Yeah, we are stopping.
Yo, I tell people all the time. Pepe better player than Zaha, and You see, I'm glad the international something happened the other day, the African Cup of Nations.
Luda, can't hear Luda.
Zaha even start some of the game and them. Pepe start every
Can you hear me?
game. Every game. Pepe a better player than Zaha. I tell people so all the time. But I feel our tactics and whatever instructions and whatever Arteta give, I feel like he kind of hold back Pepe from his full potential. But then when you check him though, late in the season, last season, I like Arteta tell the boys go. Then they what? Do you what?
Because he was playing good. He was scoring goals.
Playing him to the middle will free him up more.
True.
Will free him up more to
Because
do that.
you can only tell a striker so much.
I mean, because you know, and you can't just say okay, Arteta maybe you know have him unshackles too much, because as a winger, especially in the Premier League, you're expected to do the hard yards, go back, track back, you know, do the hard work and do that. And then when you get the ball, sometimes Pepe lets himself down. Because we always see Pepe don't beat two man, and then Pepe go turn back for beat them again. And Pepe can bend the ball top corner, and he can do that 5 times out of 7. I would agree that he can do that, but then we don't see it enough, and that's why I think he's where he is right now.
Yeah, he because me and Shaq talk about that a lot of times while me he talk while I watch the game live, right? And you will see Pepe get one ball down the flank, take out one man, and then slow up and wait for the man catch you back for beat the man again. Me wait that. That is stupidness. You get past the man, I'm gonna score my ball, partner. I'm gonna score my ball, I'll give the ball to somebody. But at the same time, too, I believe as well maybe Arteta's usage of him maybe cause that. Maybe then somebody just come from lack of confidence. And maybe that's a he will try to build back his confidence. Yeah. Because quite often Pepe will come in, score today, assist one goal, and then the next 2-3 games the man again on game.
Oh bro, you know, I bring up that conversation earlier up in the show. I tell them that there's no way I can catch farm when you play me this week, yeah, and then next 2 to 3 weeks I can't get no game.
That's facts.
I tell them that earlier in the show. That will kill Pepe because look, Pepe playing game in the cup. When I win 5, when I knock the team 5, yeah, 3 assists, and then he can't get a game. So
because he can't play for the soccer. Stop it, Stella. Stop it. Stop it. If this season we're talking about seasons in the past. No, hold on. If we're talking about seasons in the past, yes, he can work off somewhere, but nowhere this season you can tell me anybody now would think can work off Bukayo Saka. Nobody.
Sure. Yeah. There's a lot of times Saka have bad games and he start every games. It's not every game Saka have good game.
A lot of times
Arsenal go with Saka go.
Yeah, but here the thing though. Here for me Saka argument though. A lot of times Saka has bad games because I get involved. Saka I want player that you need to give the ball.
Give him the ball.
And a lot of times we build up our play for majority of the game on the left hand side of the field.
That's true.
So then when you give the ball and you can't catch on rhythm, you can't really vex because for 20-30 minutes of the game, the man involved in the game.
And that's the stats, because most of the time when he has a bad game, that's what happens. He's out of the game so much that when he does get the ball.
A lot of times, to be honest, because, if you give Saka the ball early, and make you run at 2 players early, partner the man turn out and switch, right?
Yeah.
You know where you can get him from.
Did it yesterday.
Run by them. He just build on confidence, but you have to get it into the game. And sometimes we pan the left side too much. Too much. So you see, like the game they know with Cedric the other day, Arteta realized Cedric cannot really a good defender, but he can attack. You check? And then they built a lot of plays down the right hand side. Partner yesterday, right? I see Saka turn up maybe about 5 or 6 Wolves defender. You see?
Easy.
The ball just run. Not the only could start a step, turn up, take off left and turn up again.
Yeah.
That's the way you want to see a winger king. You check? That's the way I want to see a winger. And really and truly, if I can be honest, Saka probably the most important player in the team.
Pretty much.
I agree with you with that. But as me say now.
Hello, your last point, we close it.
Okay. My bad.
Okay, furthermore, leave that point. We set another date and we come back again because you have plenty for your chest. Okay, ready for cuss Odegaard. Everybody who joined us.
No, But just go for talk about my boy Odegaard just now. I'm going to bring my boy Odegaard just now. You just go for talk about now.
Oh,
Okay,
no, because you rate Odegaard.
Odegaard, I'm a boy, man.
I'm a boy.
Odegaard, I'm getting the Arsenal team. Odegaard, the creator, but sometimes, I just like what my boy says, sometimes you get the ball enough.
Yeah, but me and Shaq had this conversation. What I found with him, but I believe it's because he may just come back and he confidence them and build it. In the beginning, when he first came, he wasn't showing for the ball.
Yeah.
A lot of times he now come and show for the ball. Right now, they gotta come all back to the back line and show for the ball.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to see.
He come up with
for a long time now. Odegaard and Ozil with work rate.
But I believe, right, in the early stage, right, he try to learn the English game in the early stage. Right. But now he understand the English game and he realize, the game rough. I can take the roughness now. So even if they kick me down, me take them until one after them. Yeah. You understand? So that's why he be.
Luda, last point from you.
No, my thing is now with the Odegaard.
Yeah, you Luda.
At the beginning of the season.
I want to make good.
All right, go ahead, Luda. Let's finish.
At the beginning of the season, when it was between having Odegaard or what's that guy from Leicester?
Madison.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, they wanted Madison instead because he custom to England and they wanted us to spend the big money for Madison instead of get
big money again.
Yeah, instead of getting him for 30. I know.
Me always wait Odegaard. Me get always Arsenal bringing Odegaard.
Facts.
Me always Arsenal. Yeah. When Arsenal make Odegaard, we are the decision between Odegaard.
Let Luda speak.
I mean, and then people realize, the manager know what he wanted. I mean, you couldn't go and break the bank and get Madison, just like I spent 50 on Ben White, but the man go for the creator that he wants. Madison can kick the ball. That hands down, he can kick the ball. But then, Odegaard have vision, and he's a younger player. I mean,
it looks like it's working. It looks like it's working. It is one thing I have confidence. I have confidence in what they have done going forward. Cello, you may disagree with me, and I'm grateful that you were here tonight. And we coming back. We gotta come back. We definitely gotta come back.
Yeah, here that's one quick thing. You see where you say the Luda, that when I'm linked with Madison and Odegaard, I think Shaq should remember. I post on tweet on Twitter. I post on tweet to say that personally, right? Me think that the Odegaard decision are no brainer, right? Because I don't bring in the fact that you brought him in January, you brought him in half season on loan, and the man adapt to the league so quickly. That's already one positive side.
To the team.
Exactly. Plus he young. You check. Plus he young, and honestly, I don't think that Madison has that much more of a ceiling versus Odegaard that I think has so much more to grow. And partner, what I tell you, right? People that me even know us up on Twitter, people that don't follow me, so partner me.
Tell me the easy.
Let's slaughter me. Let's slaughter me.
All right. Even now, Joe still getting
Ramsdale. The streets, but not ever make I forgot that.
Even though Joe still getting slaughtered from we have a fan. He probably misses because we were off a couple of weeks now. We named Slicer. Every show, this man come for Joe for Odegaard. Say Odegaard only pass backwards. But on that note, we've come to the end. It was a lovely show, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Cello, you're a character. But thank you so much. Luda, thank you for coming through. We gotta do this again. Them other teams are probably jealous. You can see Moy come and Moy City show.
Nestor show up tonight, man.
He
messaged me. He was in a Zoom meeting. He messaged me while we were doing it. He was in a meeting.
9 o'clock on Friday, man, till I'm in my office.
So it's not us. It's Arsenal and it's Cello. You got the man across Arteta. Yes, Cello, we can get Arteta.
Let's give me the next date, and I'm up for it all the time. I was up for it.
Yeah. It was nice. I like the different different opinions and stuff. You know, I mean,
But I
Well,
love
that's a lie.
Arsenal till my dead. Yeah, my heart shit like a logo. I do some heart like Arsenal logo. But Arteta, I can't wait Arteta buts.
All right,
Well,
by the next show, when I ask you again, I bet you think longer. Before you
Yeah,
answer.
one time he paused now.
And Joe, we in February now. By April and May, he fully converted.
Facts.
God, never.
All right, fellas,
Never.
good night. Thanks for everything.
fellas.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Don't
have a good
comment
one, man.
and everything. Thanks.
Thank you for watching
man.
Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.